What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to attempt the Canadian driving exam, and specifically, this is the Ontario G1 driving test. And from what I understand, you guys actually have like different levels of driver's license, and this is the first level. And I think this depends also on where you live, like what province you're in, and but this is the Ontario one. It's called the G1 driving test, and this involves a written test, which is 20 questions identifying road signs and 20 questions on driving laws in Canada. So, I just thought it'd be pretty interesting, as an American, to see how I do on all this. I mean, how different could all this stuff even be, in Canada? How different could it be? So let's take a look here. Starting with the road signs. This is what? I've never seen this sign in my life. This is not a good start. At least it's multiple choice. What on earth does this sign mean? Like, watch out for candy canes? Watch out for Santa? D? Like for Ronald McDonald, like Ronald McDonald crosses here? What is this thing? Okay. So it can mean a detour ahead for oversized vehicles. Oh, D for detour makes sense. I'm desperate at this point. This is a disaster. I thought this was going to be easy. Where's the stop sign? Don't you have that? Why couldn't I got that one? Oversized load? Narrow lanes ahead due to oversized load? Why would the lanes narrow if it's an oversized load? Don't they need bigger lanes? Am I understanding any of this? Reduce speed. In the US, we just have signs that say reduce speed, like it's all spelled out. Is that just because we're like stupid? Do you guys like have symbols for that? We need things spelled out. If it's reduced speed, like you don't have to use a brain cell to know that here. It says it. I'm going to go with detour for D for detour. Oversized load? I'm glad it tells immediate feedback. Oversized load. How? A D? Okay. I'm not going to question too much what you guys are doing in Canada. I'm sure it works, but what does this road sign mean? Road curves to the right? To me, this means the road branches into two directions. We don't really have a sign for that. That's just called driving down the road and seeing that it splits into two. The road forks to the right. That's what I would say. Okay. Yeah. You can look at this sign and understand. I'm just wondering, why do you need a sign to tell you that the road forks? I guess extra information is not bad, but we just kind of like go down the road and see that the road goes that way. What on earth are these signs? I'm genuinely like astonished that you guys have multiple signs that are just don't exist in the US. Who would have thought? What does this mean? I don't know. You're going straight and then there's a very short little stubby road? Road forks to the right? That's what the last sign meant though. Road branching off ahead? Maybe. It does look like a branch. Dead end road on the right. That's what I would think. I would think it's a dead end road because it's just a little branch like it that ends. I'm literally trying to like bargain with a sign like it's going to change. This should be a dead end road. No, it's a road branching off. That was kind of one I sort of thought it might be, but this is like a cross? Okay, using the same logic as before. Why are these signs like common in Canada or Ontario? This is Ontario. I shouldn't say all of Canada because this is like the Ontario one, but um, it's a cross. Is this like pray to God that you don't die up ahead? Because it's like a cross. Especially if you're an American driving around Ontario, you should. This sign means pray for safety. What does this road sign mean? Intersection ahead, traffic must stop. That wouldn't that just be a stop sign? Am I going nuts here? Yield to traffic? No. Intersection ahead with a right of way. That would make sense to me. Okay, that's what it is. Intersection, but you get to keep going. I mean, I suppose if you analyze the sign, a fair amount of these are intuitive or they make sense. It just takes me a moment when you're just driving on the road. The sign just goes by. I'd be like, what the hell was that? What was that? That's what. And then I'd just be there'd be a fork in the road. I'd be like, oh, is that what that was? I got all worked up for nothing. What does this road sign mean? Do not cross. This lane is for emergency vehicles? Like on the left? You have dedicated lanes for emergency vehicles? That's awesome if because in the US you have to like get out of the way. We don't have dedicated lanes for emergency. But is that even what this means? Do not cross. This means do not cross this area on the left. Vehicles cannot change lanes. Wouldn't it just say don't change lanes? High occupancy vehicle lane to the left. High occupancy vehicle? What does that mean? I am baffled. Can't change. What is a high occupancy vehicle? What does that mean? I'll go for emergency vehicles. No, it's can't. Vehicles cannot change lanes into or out of a high occupancy vehicle. Does that mean there is a lot of vehicles? High occupancy vehicle lane. Like a vehicle with a lot of people? Like a bus. Maybe this is like a public transportation thing. Like high occupancy vehicles, lots of people. That's why I'm not thinking of it like that. In the United States, we don't have buses. I mean, there's technically a bus. You don't want to use it. And like in the US, in most places, we don't have public transportation. Certainly not trains or people on bikes or that kind of stuff. We're all in our cars. We don't have the need for signs like this. Is this like for a bus lane or something? I think so. Okay, let's keep going. What is this? Genuinely, what is this? Spaghetti crossing? Why? It's wiggly. What's this indicate? There might be water flowing. Okay, is that what it is? Water on the road? It's icy. Ice doesn't look like that. It is Canada, though. Could be a slippery surface. We have a sign for slippery surface. It's a car like zigzagging, though. Yours might be different. Low bridge. I'm going to go with water. Yes, it's water. I thought that looked like water. What does this road sign mean? The sign means overtaking is prohibited because it is two cars next to each other with a cross through it saying you can't pass. One-way road? No. Passing is allowed only when safe? No. Do not pass. Could be a do not pass or overtaking is prohibited. I'm going to say do not pass. It's do not. Oh, nice. In the US, we literally have a sign that says no passing. we we literally spell out the words. This makes me think we're a lot dumber. We have something like this is an 80% decline slope. Steep hill. It's just a warning for a steep hill, right? That's what it would be here. Do not pass, yield. This, you might need a lower gear. Yeah, for trucks. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. We have signs like this, but it would usually say something. It would usually say one way. So is this a one-way sign but with no text on it? One-way traffic? What? Traffic may only travel in one direction. This road is for one-way traffic. You guys are really out here like splitting hairs like that on the G1 written test, where one answer is, oh, only one-way traffic, and the other is direction traffic in one direction. Yeah, okay, this one has extra stuff at the end, but that's so annoying. What if you got a like you failed the test by one question and it would be this question that, oh man. Cuz I think I understood that one. In the US that is a one-way sign, but it would have the written out on the arrow. What does this road sign mean? Um this looks like a speed limit, but it has an arrow above it. Totally throwing me for a loop. Speed limit changes. Maybe speed limit will increase at there. Speed limit, it will be this speed up there. Speed limit changes ahead. Speed limit increases ahead. There, you're killing me. You're killing me on these technicalities. Because I think I understand the spirit of the question, of the sign, I should say. I understand the spirit of the meaning, but they're nailing me on the most technical little. What does this road sign indicate? Temporary. What? I'm just looking at the sign now. No getting out your microscope and spying on people? What is this person doing? When would you ever see somebody doing this on the road? There's no cross through it. So maybe this is where you get out and get your binoculars out and spy on people. Temporary traffic signals due to construction, road maintenance, pavement marking, survey crew. Obviously. We don't have a sign for that, a dedicated sign. You just have to like watch out for the survey crew. They'd put up some kind of construction sign or something, really. This looks familiar. It's just kind of a general, at least in the United States, just like a general like warning, like watch it. Hazard, yield to hazard in the road, obstruction ahead, slow down. Was hazard versus obstruction? Man, your driver's test in Canada, in Ontario, is way more annoying than the one in the US. At least in Indiana. Um, yeah, I think it's way easier. This is hard because it's a lot of answers that are very similar, and you have to know the difference. I'm gonna go with obstruction ahead. Hazard close to edge of road. The downward line shows which way you pass. What? You're doing all that? Like the direction of the line? The downward direct. What? No, what? We could never. Couldn't be us. Couldn't be Americans. We could never do. What? They're asking a lot of you. A lot of you to do this. A lot of your brain power. What does the road sign mean? No bicycles on the road. Yes. Okay, that's pretty. You would never see this in the US because God knows we're not out there on our bikes getting exercise or. Yeah, that's the only way you would see somebody actually if they're doing exercise. We're not out there on bikes like biking to work. So we don't even need these signs. You don't got to tell us not to bike. We're not biking. Don't worry about it. This is a traffic signal. Traffic light ahead, 10 meters. Traffic light ahead, 15 meters. Now we're throwing in meters. I don't even know. Can we use yards, please? They're pretty similar. But I don't know meters, so that's not good. Not good for my outlook. Traffic lights ahead in 10 meters, 15 meters. I would think the one that says be prepared to stop No, it's just traffic light ahead, slow down. Give me a break with that. Oh, come on. This has no U-turns. No turning. Why do they do this with I'm not even like they expect you to read all these and you need the exact language. No turning allowed. Parentheses, U-turn. As opposed to do not turn or go in the opposite direction. U-turn. What? Versus do not Okay. Fine. You got me. You know what? I'm not getting my license. I am not going to get passed to get my G1 license in Ontario. It's a tragedy, but I have accepted it at this point. They would ban me from every road. They'd ban me from looking at the roads. This means road branching off, I think. Drivers on the side road at the intersection ahead don't have a clear view of traffic. You have a sign for that situation? Honestly, that's actually kind of cool cuz like in the US, we don't even think about like accommodating other like cars in that way. Like we're not thinking about, oh, can they see us properly? It's actually a pretty cool idea to preemptively warn people that other cars don't have good visibility because that just helps everybody's safety. But I'm just saying, in the US, we don't even think about what other people are like. It's every man for himself, every man, woman, and child for themselves. Figure it out. Whereas Canada has more of like a safety sort of approach, which I actually like the idea of this sign warning you about people who don't have a clear view. I've never really seen a sign that does that. That's cool. What does the road sign mean? Um, this is very similar to an American sign. It's like the road goes around the median, basically, or a traffic island. Keep to the right of the traffic island. Yes. Okay, got that one. What does this road sign indicate? A handicap or accessible parking or a ramp? Facilities are accessible by wheelchair or wheelchair parking area. I would think wheelchair parking, in my experience, it's for a facility that's accessible. I don't think our facilities in a lot of the US are very accessible to wheelchairs. I think that's a big criticism of us. So you only see this in parking situations, really, from what I've noticed. You guys have like entire facilities that are accessible. That's awesome. That actually says a lot about the US that we don't have those. This is stop. Okay, finally something with a stop sign. Stop sign. This is like a stop sign ahead. Slow down. Yes, perfect. Got it. All right, and finally, the last question is, what does this road sign indicate? Poor schmuck, breaking his back, shoveling dirt because he murdered someone and he's digging their grave. What does it mean? Construction, speed limit, detour, road work. Yeah, road work. We'd have something kind of sort of similar to this. So, okay. Let's see the results. Pass your G1 test on the first try. Yeah, right. What? I don't want premium. I don't want to pay. Oh, continue to my results. Here we go. Not yet, but you're learning. Literally 50%. That is worse than a D. That's like an F. Oh, you need to get 80% to pass. This is generous for it to say, not yet, but you're learning. Am I? That's very Canadian sort of results page to be like, not pay, you're doing okay. Try again, try again. It'd be like, no. But this was fun. I had no idea that the traffic signs were so different in Canada. Some of them you can use logic to figure out. Some of them I felt like I was kind of gypped on. I'm going to be honest. Like I knew the meaning, but you need the exact meaning, exact textbook definition. So I think I lost quite a few points on that. And there were just some I genuinely don't know, like the Ronald McDonald belt at the beginning. Some I just genuinely couldn't. I could stare at it all day with people honking behind me, and I wouldn't know what to do. So this was for that reason. This was actually a lot of fun to see how different this sort of thing actually can be in Ontario and in Canada and stuff. So I didn't know that. So that took quite a bit longer than I thought. There's still a whole driving law section um, that I'll probably have to get to in a different video because that took kind of all my brain power for now. But this was a lot of fun. So I think I'll definitely come back in another video and try the driving law portion of the G1 license test because this was definitely humbling. But informative. There's even some signs here I thought we could use, like genuinely. So that's cool. So anyway, if you enjoyed this, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment, especially if you're Canadian, especially if you're in Ontario and you have taken this test. If you have a G1 license or better, that'd be fun to hear about how I did and your thoughts on this. Did you pass this on your first attempt too? I don't know. That'd be fun to hear about. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Canadian things that I've never seen before, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching and see you next time.